year to the tune of 1,400 receiving yards so far. It's the Black Knights and the Broncos, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Black Knights of Brooklyn taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. Well, down on the field, they're all thinking the same thing that they do every week, Charles. All the work, all the preparation over the past. And off we go from Denver. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun. Right. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading him out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do,
They go back to their little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
19 tight.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And touchdown. A great effort there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Black Knights are on the board first here this afternoon. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback, and indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the 1st round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
So maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. To throw on 3rd down. Rudd. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further. as they get him down well short of the line to gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And this from the parking lot, from an even 70 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
Throwing to start the drive. Rudd, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now. Saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense trying to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a deep.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And coming out now, the Broncos. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Ring it. Unlock line. Alert.
Throwing to start the drive. Rudd. Under pressure, and down he goes. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Run out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
We got to be big time. What it is. That's what it is.
17-0 our score after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
On the second.
Back to throw. Rudd. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
It's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Let's go, baby. That's how we eat. I don't care what you eat. I'm ready back on, you know this.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Black Knights continue to pull away here in this first half. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Reese Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, here we sit, Week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
To throw on second down. Rudd under pressure. They got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Taking on the midfield logo. Powers by at the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the ball.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Black Knights have opened the lead up to 30. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Broncos about set to go on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Rudd. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bates. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw. Rudd. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rudd. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Valentine. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun. Rudd. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there's no space available. And incompletion as a result.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Rudd. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again.
You ain't doing
And
nothing today.
caught. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Black Knights will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rudd, he finds his man, complete. It's Bates. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Here we go, Shaq.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Go.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Black Knights come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. And they're able able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally and take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Going to come up now, third and 9. He'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And now that brings up fourth down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So they bring out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. It's taken to the 26. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver's offense now set to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They run a draw here on 2nd down, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Got it. Ready?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That one good for 14 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Go!
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
18, Pioneer. Set. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler.
They'll set up the throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Rudd. Can't get away, and he's taken down. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Rudd. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. From the 35, here's 2nd down and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Ready?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Pace, 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 pace. Let's go.
Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Broncos coming out now. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look for it again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Third and 4. They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So the watch is officially on now. That ties him with Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander for 2nd place all-time on the single-season list of rushing touchdowns.
And, partner, he now just sits one behind LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 28. We know LT's watching. We know he'd hate to lose his record, but we also understand he has great admiration for what this man's done, and he would be a worthy successor to the crown. LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the great players, one of the great people of the NFL.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and I tell you,